Hi, thank you for joining me for another Minecraft lesson. Today we're covering a biology topic of biotic and abiotic factors in the ecosystem. So I set my spawn point for students and players here. Remember to do that, you can just hit Enter T on the keyboard, backslash, set world, spawn, and now everyone spawns in here. Here we have a welcome to biology board. It tells them to work their way through the 3 steps of this activity. If you need help, let me know. I am hosting this world for my students. I did host it earlier. You can see some of my student creations in the background. Normally after they complete an activity, I let them build or explore. So step 1 is remove the camera from the chest, use, equip, right click to snap picture. Take pictures of 2 biotic and 2 abiotic factors, total of 4 pictures. Now I could include what abiotic and biotic factors are, but I put 2 boards on the end over there that provide the definition and examples. So here, students will read the sign, cameras here, so they'll get their stack of cameras. Remember, 1 camera is 1 picture, so the student would take 2 abiotic and biotic. So I'm going to come over here, take a picture of the pig. I'm going to take a picture of the grass. Now I'm going to take a picture of the dirt, and then the water. Now that they have their pictures taken, they move to step 2. Grab your book and quill, equip and right click to open, click the pencil icon to add picture. On the opposite page, identify factor as biotic or abiotic, explain why it is important. 4 pictures, 4 explanations equal 8 pages. If needed, speak with Ivy for more information on how to use the book and quill. So Ivy is an NPC I use a lot in my lessons. She explains a little bit more in detail how to use the book and quill, and also has a link to a slide that breaks it down with screenshots. So the book and quill, they only need 1. So when they right click and open it, they'll hit the pencil icon and they're going to add their picture. So as you can see, I already have taken a lot of pictures. But here we have the pig, biotic, and then explain importance. And they're going to continue to do this through each of the pictures. And then explanation, continue. Then they're going to, once they're finished with this, and they should end up with 8 pages, they're going to sign, title their book, whatever the lesson is. For this one, it's 3.03. It's going to say by who the student is, so you know who this is from. Sign and close, and now it's purple. Now that they're done, they're going to come over here to step 3. Now that you've completed your book and quill, right click to open it. They can export it, which will allow them to save the file as a PDF. This is good if you assign something like this solo. They can export it and then upload it to an assignment folder. But in this case, I'm hosting the world, so students will just drop their books in here. And then I do keep an example out for students to look and see what it will look like once they're done. I am a special education teacher, so I normally always have an example book for them. And then I did 2 boards, biotic, some examples, abiotic, some examples, so they don't have to keep trying to think of what to do or what they need to label something, because this is a second chance activity to make up a prior grade. So these students are already struggling in this area. So I'm just trying to make it a nice, easy, fun way for them to practice this knowledge and better learn it. And as you see earlier, as my students had completed, they had some fun building. And I'm very proud of what they have built. One of them even tamed a dog. But that is as simple as this lesson is. You can kind of lay this out anywhere. You can create a school building around it, whichever is easiest for you. And let the students have fun. It was actually one of my students who recommended me breaking the boards down per step instead of having them all in one board to make it easier for them to follow. But I hope you have a fantastic day and enjoyed this lesson.